Hello children. In my previous video, we had discussed about chapter number 1 of microeconomics, that is what is economy, what is economics, and different types of economics, that is microeconomics, macroeconomics, their components, their difference, etc. In this video, we will be discussing the second half of this first chapter, that is positive economics and normative economics. We can say them the positive statements and the normative statements also. Positive statements or positive economics are the statements in which we study about the things what is, what was, what would be. That means generally we study about the factual things. We study about the facts which can be verified. So, like some examples, if I give you that, suppose today is Monday, so it is a fact, and if we want to verify it, we can verify it seeing the calendar. If I say it is 21st April today, and yesterday it was 20th April yesterday, so that's also the matter. That is also fact that we can verify from seeing the calendar. If I say India got independence on 15th August 1947, then the matter also can be verified seeing the history. If I say that in 2018 the population of India increased by 5%, the rate of increase in the population was 5%, then that can also be verified seeing the census, etc. So the sentences which study about what is, what was, and what would be, those sentences are the sentences of the positive economics. And the characteristics are, these statements highlight the nature and extent of economic problems, means the problems which are related to the past, related to the present, and related to the future. Those problems are studied in the positive economics, and we study the facts related to the past, present, and future. And these statements are generally the truth, generally the facts, and these can be verified. These sentences generally do not give any judgment, they do not involve the value judgment, means here we cannot add anything from our side. We cannot say that what should have happened and what should happen. These are the things which are as they are. Of course, one thing to be remembered here, these are the factual things, these can be verified. Remember one thing, that many times these sentences may be wrong also, they are always not true, but they can be verified. Like if I say the prices of the pulses last year increased by 2%. Maybe that last year the prices of the pulses did not increase by 2%. Then this sentence is wrong. But it can be verified. It can be verified seeing the data provided by the government. So these things are generally the truth, factual things, but they can be verified. Certainly, every time they may not be correct. Second type of economics or second type of statements are the normative statements. Normative statements are those statements in which we study about the things what should be, what should have happened. Means we involve the value judgment in that. What should have happened? Those sentences are the normative statements. These sentences, like for example, if I say that the government should not impose heavy taxes on poor persons. So this is value judgment. It is my suggestion. These sentences involve the suggestions. These sentences show that what is desirable and what is not desirable. When I see the poor children, the poor persons, the children of the poor family should be given free education, then it is also the suggestion which I give you. So these sentences, normative sentences, they involve the value judgment, and of course they involve the controversies and debates also. If I say that the poor persons should not be taxed more, गरीब लोगों के ऊपर ज़्यादा टैक्स नहीं लगाना चाहिए, दिस इज़ अ मैटर ऑफ डिबेट. मैनी ऑफ द इकोनॉमिस्ट दे विल अपोज इट. वो लोग कहेंगे कि पुअर लोगों के ऊपर टैक्स क्यों नहीं लगाना चाहिए. अगर हम पुअर पर्सनस के ऊपर टैक्स नहीं लगाएंगे तो दे विल बिकम लेजी, दे विल नॉट वर्क हार्ड, दे विल नॉट ट्राई टू earn their living by working hard. So these sentences involve the controversies, debates. These indicate the opinions, and you know that the opinions cannot be verified. इन्हें verify नहीं किया जा सकता. If I say that you should be an intelligent boy, I cannot verify it. If I say कि you are an intelligent boy, it can be verified. We can see your marks, we can see your values, we can ask your parents, you can ask your teachers, we can get the correct information. But when I say you should be a good boy, then it is impossible to verify this sentence. So these sentences involve what should be and what ought to be. Differences are again in positive statements and normative statements. That positive statements deal with the sentences or the issues, economic issues related to past, present and future, and the normative statements are related to the opinions of the economists, related to the economic problems. In positive statements we study what was, what is, what will be. In normative statements we study about what should be, what ought to be. Positive statements, they can be verified. Normative statements, they cannot be verified. And the positive statements involve the do not involve the value judgment, and the normative statements involve the value judgment. Now the last part of this chapter is the different types of economies. Generally we have three types of economies: socialistic economy, capitalistic economy and mixed economy. Capitalist economy, of course, also known as the laissez-faire economy, capitalist economy, free economy or market economy. In this type of economy, the resources are owned, managed and controlled by the private persons only. Generally the government does not interfere in these economic activities. The main aim of the economic activities is to earn profit. In the free economy, market economy, private economy, capitalist economy, so main aim is the profit maximization, and consumer is the most important person in this economy, and the prices are determined by the market forces. In socialistic economy, all the resources are owned and managed by the government, and the private persons are not allowed to run any important economic activities. And the main aim of the economic activities is the social welfare. Profit maximization is the secondary aim. Social welfare is given more importance. That is why the consumer is not given more importance. The consumer is not sovereign, and the prices are decided by the government. prices of the goods and services are decided by the government only. So the public sector dominates the economic system. When we take the merits of both the system, because both the systems, socialistic economic pattern and the private economic pattern, both have some merits and some demerits. But when we take the merits of both the system, then it is called the mixed economic system. In China, Russia, North Korea, we see the socialistic pattern. In USA, UK, we see the private economic system, capitalistic economic system. In India, we follow the mixed economic system, which means all the main enterprises which require huge investment, and they are generally required for the social welfare. Those enterprises are under the control of the government. Rest are given under the control of the private persons, and the departments, the enterprises which are kept by the government, they have the main aim social welfare, while the departments or the enterprises which are run by the private entrepreneurs, they have the main aim of profit maximization. The examples are like schools. Schools are run by the government also and by the private persons also. Buses are run by the private persons also and by the government also. Hospitals, they are run by the government also and the private persons also. So in this video we had discussed about chapter 1. The chapter 1 is over now. In the next video we will start second chapter. Till then, goodbye.